Hello everyone, I'm your host Thomas28 and welcome back to the Winter Rescue. So as you can see, I have the generator fully powered and it's slowly melting the surrounding environment. Interestingly enough though, it looks like even the dirt permafrost just turns into mud when it's fully heated. So if we're going to do any actual farming, we're going to need biomass. Luckily, while in between episodes, I did do a little bit more work gathering resources. So now we can work towards the mechanical mixer, which is going to be needed for the biomass, I believe. Biomass. This guy here. No, we need the millstone for that, actually. What do I need a mixer for? The millstone is over here. But the mixer is going to be used to produce refractory clay, which is going to get us refractory bricks and get us towards the blast furnace. So we can actually do some nice smelting recipes. Because I did go ahead and build the, coal coke oven. So we can make charcoal without having to manually keep planting it in there, which is pretty nice. And now that I can plant trees over here, we should be able to get access to more wood a lot easier. So first things first, we're going to have to craft ourselves a mechanical mixer using the whisk, iron ingot, and some cogwheels. Now I did have to use quite a lot of our cogwheels to actually do some production, and iron sheet metal is going to take some more iron. So let me go ahead and make this. We're going to need 4 of these plates. And 4. So now we can go ahead and put that into a plus formation to make the sheet metal and make ourselves, oh, where's the iron's in my hand. There we go. And make ourselves the mixer. Quest completed. Now, funny enough, I wonder if we can actually even run this guy, because usually for a mixer, you need, a certain level of RPM to actually make it function, which I don't believe you can reach just by using a hand crank, at least not before you introduce some gear shifting with like a large cogwheel. But funny enough, in this pack, cogwheels use up stress, which is very interesting. It means we can't really do some gear shifting to get very high RPMs without overstressing the entire system, which is very odd. So next we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a bronze large cogwheel, which is going to take some shaft and a bunch of bronze. So we're going to need 4 plates, so that's going to take this. I should just keep the hammer in my hand for now. 2, 3, and 4. And go ahead and make the large one. At least you do get quite a lot of these. And then we're probably going to need a bit more. Now then, to make it easier, we could go ahead and craft a wrench. That's going to take a treated stick, another cogwheel, and some sheet. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need treated stick. Luckily I have treated wood. Can I turn these into sticks though? Okay, you can. Perfect. I was worried you were going to have to do some kind of like cutting it down from slabs. Wrench. 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 We are going to need some more little bronze cogwheels. Bronze cogwheels, which were made from more bronze sheets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's go ahead and craft another 4 of these little cogwheels. Oh, it's 8. Nice. And we should be good to go. Now the stressometer will be useful, but I need to unlock that next. So for now, let's just go ahead and get the mixer going and see if we can actually make it run. So it should be pretty easy. Basin goes here. Mixer goes on top. Just use the logs right now, like that. And then to make this run, if we do big one to small one, shifting gears, advancement made, yeah, pretty easy. Grab my hand crank. I should be able to at least oh, I don't have to put that up there, right? I could just put it down here. Overstressed. Okay, this is going to be very hard to diagnose without the goggles. So let's see if we can make these. We do need a golden sheet, and I do have a little bit of gold from when I went mining, so hopefully that'll be enough. And there we go. Now, oh, I have to smash this first. Smash this. 1, 2. There we go. So now we can make ourselves a pair of goggles. And we're all set. Why did it sound like I heard a whatchamacallit? A drowned. That was weird. Let's see here. Kinetic stress, 0. So I tried to just tick this and that didn't really work, so let's just do the little one. Kinetic stress capacity, 256 SU at current speed. Okay, so it looks like we can run the mixer. So we need to produce some refractory clay, which will take bauxite dust, kaolin dust, and fire clay balls. Which I should have both of these from when I gathered stuff before. Bauxite and kaolin. How do I turn you into dust? Hit it with a hammer and then mill it. Gotcha. We might need a little bit more kaolin, so I'm going to have to head back into the world to get that, but that one is pretty easy to find. And now to make the fire clay balls, we just need to mix 4 kaolin dust with 4 bauxite dust and a little bit of clay. Okay, so we're definitely going to need more kaolin dust, because we only have 5, but we do have an abundance of clay. So if we do 4 of these, and looks like the trees are growing, nice. Do 4 in here. How do I put it inside? How do I put this in here? Did I just throw it in? Oh, you do. 4 of this, and 1 clay. We should be able to mix it. And it's done. 3 fire clay balls. Quest completed. Refractory clay is done. And now we need to turn it into refractory brick, which is going to take doing pottery kiln because we don't have the blast furnace yet. We're going to use it to make the blast furnace, which is a little annoying because in total, this wants us to make 4, and then that's going to get 2 blast brick, which is actually a part of the research over here. To make it, you need 1 refractory brick, but to complete the quest, we need 4. So I need to go get some more kaolin, and then we should be good to go. Wait a minute. I'm a genius. I completely forgot about that. When you grow a really big spruce tree, it converts the ground into podzol. And now that it's podzol, that's a type of dirt, which means if I take my hoe, I should be able to till this, and if I break this frozen water source... Okay, never mind. They thought of that. So you cannot turn podzol into tilled land. Interesting. They got me. They've thought of everything. Sometimes my own genius, it frightens me. Why did this... Oh, we're out of fuel. Uh-oh, that's not good. That explains why they stopped growing. I was thinking what I could do is you could just dig up the podzol and then just place the dirt and then just hoe the dirt into farmland. But if we don't have fuel for the generator, it's going to die really fast, which is not good. So I definitely need a lot more coal to keep this self-sustaining, and I don't think we're at that point yet. But at least we can start setting it up. Now, I did manage to get the kaolin, so that's not an issue. So let me go ahead and grind this up. Now take the kaolin, take the bauxite, grab the fire clay, and grab our regular clay. And let's get to mixing. We're going to need quite a lot of this. And there we go, 36 fire clay balls. So that's 36 refractory bricks, and how many do we need for this? We need 5 for 2, so I think that's a good amount. Now we just have to turn this into the actual stuff via processing, and we'll be good to go. I had to go harvest some more vines to make the straw, but now we're good to go. Fire clay goes in. Add the straw. Add the logs. And set it to light. I could probably make a flint and steel at this point, but sticks are pretty abundant, so I keep using those. And I didn't explain this, but once you unlock, well, not unlock, once you make your first piece of iron, you'll be able to make a piston and make a mechanical bellows. And then using this redstone setup, it's fully automatic. You don't have to come over here and constantly press the bellows anymore, which is pretty nice. It was funny, I was reading on the wiki the pseudo-intended method, because I guess people complain that this is such a manual process to use the bellows. And it was funny, because the wiki says, oh, it's not that manual of a process, because all you have to do is, for a double stack, click it 12 times, and then over the next minute and a half, click it another 12 times. What's the problem? And it's like, the problem is you have to sit there and babysit it the entire time. And they say, well, you don't have to babysit it, but really, you have to babysit it. Now I wonder, did this freeze? It didn't freeze yet. I wonder how long it lasts. The tooltip did say something dirt. When long exposed in below 0 degree soil temperature, it will freeze into permafrost. Interesting. So right now it's -2, so it is below 0. But I wonder how long it's going to take before it freezes. Because then you can kind of min-max, turn on, turn off the generator to kind of reset it, I think, maybe? But I'm not actually sure if that would work. Alright, look like it's all done. Grab our bricks. And hopefully I have some grout waiting around, otherwise I'm going to have to recraft that. Luckily you can make a grout in pretty large amounts pretty easily, it takes a while to do so. So let's see, grout. Mortar, nice, I have it. What is this? Oh, those are unfired sandy bricks. So now we can go ahead and take our refractory bricks and turn it into this guy. Now I can take that over here, research this. Oh wait, I need to commit it, so actually let me make one more sandy brick to finish off the quest. And then I'll finish off the research, which will take a basic paper, Invar ingots, and fire clay balls. Well, that's a bit annoying, so I'm going to need a little bit more fire clay, but how do I make Invar? Invar ingot. Alloy kiln, iron and nickel. Nickel is in the bellows. I do not have any nickel. I don't think I've even seen nickel. Nickel. Raw nickel. So until I find it, it's not going to tell me where to get more. Well, that's a bit annoying. Let's see. You can also get arrow slit version. But for right now, I'm going to have to find some. And then I don't think you actually need this for anything, right? Refractory brick. Oh, it's used for this. What is this? Burning chambers. Bronze. Shift for summary. Generate heat by burning fuel. Provide with redstone to stop burning. Ponder. The boiler needs water to produce steam. Okay, so you pump in water. The burning chamber needs furnace fuel to heat the boiler. Okay, so you pump water into here, then you heat it up with anything that can burn. Then you pump the steam out of the boiler to power the steam engine, which will turn the turbine and generate SU. Interesting. So this must be the early game version of what you generally do in Create. Good to know. But I'm going to have to go mining to get a bunch of resources, because we're going to need more fire clay. And let's see, so you do need refractory bricks to make this, but outside of that, you don't actually need too much. And then I still need to upgrade this, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves some stone. To make some pressure plates and do the research. I've gotten very good at these. This to this one, that to that, here to there, that one to this one, you to there, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, you to there, you to here, you to there, da 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 da, yada yada. See, once you get the flow of it, it's really easy. And completed. So now to finish this off, we just need... Oh, I don't even... Oh, wait, no, I do need it, because 25%. I was about to say, oh, I don't even need the Invar, because I can just do it with the fire clay, but they're both 25%, so you need both. So let's see if we can find ourselves some Invar. Luckily, I did find the entrance to a cave in the little hillside there, so I don't have to go all the way over the ridge, which is nice. Now, I am hoping to run into some spiders, because I need string in order to make this guy. This tool belt, which should provide a bit more storage space for us. Let's go ahead and explore this cave and see if we can find some nickel. And yep, there's the spider. And interestingly enough, I realized through trial and error that these versions of the mobs are the same as vanilla. They just have the texture to make them kind of look mechanical because they drop items related to that, which is pretty flavorful. They look like machines, and they drop machine parts in addition to the regular stuff. Alright, so let's see if we can find some nickel. Now, what does nickel look like? Nickel is bright green. Good to know. Well, this cave has a lot of useful stuff, but I can't see any nickel, so I'm going to head to the other cave because it's a lot deeper. So you can see this cave system goes all the way down to the negatives, so I should be able to find some nickel in here. I did already take out some ores, but I did leave a lot of stuff that I'm not using yet, like the pyrite. But for right now, we just need nickel. Nickel is bright green. So it really shouldn't be that difficult to spot, but I'm not seeing any of it. And that's, oh, that's one creeper and a bunch of barrels. Okay, those usually have torches, so I'm gonna get that and deal with you. But still not seeing, huh? Is that nickel? Or is that emerald? It is green. It could be deep slate nickel. And there it is. Nice. Deep slate nickel ore and magnesite. I guess I might as well take this. There's our first one. Now does that unlock the location in here? Generated in diorite, rhyolite, gabbro, granor diorite, and comatite. Whatever that means. And there we go. Some more. Whatchamacallit? I already forgot the name. What is this? Nickel. Oh. Did you see that? It blends in. But this is actually a geode block from Tetra. And when you break it, you get a geode. Pretty cool. It's pretty hard to notice otherwise, but surrounded by all this deep, dark, deep slate, it's pretty easy to notice the little particle effects. Now, I'm not seeing much more nickel down here, and I'm running low on torches, so I'm going to head back. We didn't need too much nickel anyway, so that should be good enough to tide us over for a while, but then I can always come back down here. It's a pretty deep and expansive cave, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find more. What's that red? Guess it was the torch. I could have swore I saw something else though. And now we can mine out the Invar. Ooh, my modules have settled. That's related to Tetra. So now we have Invar and nickel. Now we have nickel and iron. So now we can take 2 of this per one of these to make Invar ingots. And let's see, let's do a little bit more of that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. While we wait on that, I'll show you Tetra. So where is my bronze? So if you come in here and put this inside, I'm going to repair this. Repair that. And he's fully fixed. And the way it works, it's basically like a modular tool system. So what it meant by the tool thing has settled is you can see here, there's integrity, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But essentially, this tool gains experience. As you can see, the bronze pickaxe is made up of 3 components, 2 bronze picks and a flimsy handle. Each component settles and becomes more efficient, and then you can also change it to other things as well if you want to. And you can enchant it just like that. And you can view all the stats up here. So let me close this. You can also add bindings as well and sockets. So like if you wanted to, say I have a little piece of like lapis. Then I can go to binding, socket, put that in here, and you can see if you add lapis to the socket, the durability goes up by 48, and it adds into it, which increases the yield when you kill mobs. So lapis doesn't really do anything useful really for the pickaxe, but that's what you use the hollow spear for, so you can view the other gemstones. And as you use it, it gains experience, which is that little hone icon, and every time you hone it, you can add different attributes. So currently, if I view the shovel here, you can see the shovel is at 1.05. It's 5% faster because I honed it. Now 5% doesn't really seem like too much, it's very low, but that stacks with the other enchantments you normally get, like efficiency, which means that it's actually very, very useful, because you can hone it like a couple times to get like 15% faster, then give it efficiency like 5, and it stacks to get even faster than you can normally get. So now that we have our Invar, we can go ahead, come over here, give it our fire clay balls, give it the Invar, and finish off the crude blast furnace. So now if we come back to ignite the boiler, nickel is done. Most nickel ore is found in deep caves. Okay, I wish I read that sooner. Now we can go ahead and make the blast brick, which is made from Invar sheets, refractory bricks, and mortar to get 4. And you need, it says 27. So we need 27 of this, but you craft it 4 at a time. 4 times 5 is 20, so you have to do it 7 times, because that's 28. So I need to craft this 7 times. But if Invar sheets, oh, you can use Invar or nickel. So, well actually, because the Invar sheet uses up some iron, it's technically, it just depends on how much you want to use. Do you want to use more nickel, or do you want to use nickel and iron? But I have to do this 7 times, so that's going to be 14, wait, no, 7 times 4. So we need 28 sheets. Double that. We need 56 ingots to make all the sheets. And then we need the refractory bricks, which will take Mordor and this. So we're going to be here a while. And I completely forgot. One of the quests gave me an efficiency 3 book, so we can enchant this guy with efficiency. So you come over here, enchant the left side, efficiency 3, efficiency, magically increase harvest efficiency, and craft. So now it's enchanted with efficiency 3. And then you could do the same on the other side as well, if you just had another book. Well, I ran out of iron, so I went back down into the mine, and luckily got enough string to make the rope. Simple utilities. Now you can see down here, tool belt. A belt made of rope can provide more hotbar slots and can be fitted with storage pouches to provide storage space. The initial belt can hold very few storage pouches. The storage space can be expanded after obtaining wool. So we just need to get wool at some point. Pouch. I don't see a pouch here. Maybe if I check this. Put you in there. And there we go. Empty. Booster potion bag. Storage pouch. Attach a small pouch to the tool belt, which can store a decent amount of items. The contents of the pouch are not available using the tool belt's quick access functionality. How do I add storage pouches? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Alright, so I've finished up our production of Invar, so now I should have just enough materials needed to finish off the blast bricks. One more. 28, and now the quest is completed. Now let me grab my engineer's hammer. We can build this guy. So if I remember, it is just another like 3x3 like this guy. So we'll put this one over here. One, that's carpet. Like so. And I'm not sure if this one needs a hollow center or not. Don't think it does. Bam. The crude blast furnace. Finished. And with that, we can now make cast iron ingots. But the main benefit of the blast furnace is I can skip the step of using the bloomery now. I could just process my ores directly, like so. Well, I can't use that, but I should have some coal coke. Put that in here. So now we can process it directly from raw iron into iron without having to use this machine. It's a really fun machine. It kinda is. It's just really annoying. And in addition to that, I think I figured out how to add the tool belt slots, the pouches, to my belt. That should make the mining operations go a lot smoother. So what I should be able to do is using the leather, come in here, empty, storage pouch, add the leather. We need a tier 3 cutting implement. Most swords can be used for cutting. Tier 3. So what I think I have to do is make a new sword out of iron. And I'll show you what you have to do for this. Make a sword. Put it into your Tetra workbench. Go to the blade, and we're going to make it a short blade by adding a bit more iron. And now it's an iron short blade. Now if I go back to the tool belt and add the storage pouch, we could do it. Action requires tier 3. We have it. Integrity 5 out of 1. Okay, so there's the issue. Is that if you want to add a large pouch, we need more integrity slots, which we can't get from this current belt. Integrity is provided by some modules, so we need to upgrade the belt to actually get it to where we want it to be. And I'm not sure how to do that. Rope, wool and sash. So if I change this to leather, we cannot. How do I upgrade this? Integrity 1 out of 1. Unless it's this guy? Leather strap. Oh, maybe we need a stronger strap. Well, that's what this guy is for. Tool belt. Belt. Nothing. Tool belt slot. Here we go. Belt strap. integrity, -1, -1, iron loop is 0. So if we go to belt strap 4x, it looks like it's reducing the integrity though, but it increases the quick slot. So how do I increase integrity? Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to modify the tool belt, but at least I can do this. Swing. Can't really put it back though, which is annoying, but to open it, it's just Alt-B. I can put it back in, which is pretty cool. It's just annoying you can't put it back in that way, but I mean, it does let me hold that. Let me pop this guy off and add the short blade there. Oh, I need that. And this is just a little Tetra add-on called Rack. Well, it's not an add-on, it's a base thing in Tetra. You can just store your items in the rack, and anytime you use the workbench, it's going to look at the rack. So you don't have to hold everything in your inventory, which is pretty nice. But now that we have access to our crude blast furnace, we get access to slag, which is going to be useful for something, I'm sure. Wow, look at that. Advanced growth accelerator. Who'd have thought? But now we need to use this to make cast iron ingots, which is just iron in here. Okay, that's actually really easy. Put the iron back inside to make cast iron. And then we're going to have to unlock these, I believe. Yeah, simple machinery. So let's take a look at that and also sort out my inventory. Simple machinery. Here we go, simple machinery. Experimental materials, an iron sheet, and a millstone. Okay, let me grab my iron real quick, because I'm all out of iron. 1, 2. And grab our millstone. You've served me well. But now it's time to upgrade you. So, re-grab this. Hammer into an iron sheet. Did it need 2? No, just 1. Commit materials. Finish the basic paper. And then we're going to need cast iron ingots and a propeller, which I'm assuming is also made out of cast iron. And more iron sheets. Okay, I'm going to need a lot of iron. Luckily, though, I saw you can actually turn pyrite into iron. So I actually need to start gathering those. Oh, and you get sulfur. Okay, so I'm not missing anything. Until we get access to crushing wheels, there's no additional, efficiency to be gained. Found some extra charcoal. Put that back in there. That there, this one, that one, done. Now we just need to give it, what do we need to give you? 4 cast iron ingots, there you go. And the propeller. So now we just need 2 pieces of iron, because I have 6 here, and to make I need 8 in total to actually make this, so we need 1 more. I put that in there? You cannot, cool. Just need 1 more from here. 2 pieces of iron. So now let's go ahead and smash these into plates, combine it with the cast metal, cast iron, and we can make a propeller. And crafting table propeller, propeller, put you inside, search, and done. Simple machinery unlocked. And now with that, we've unlocked the next tier of machines, the encased fan, the depot, the mechanical saw, and the gearbox. Should make our lives a whole lot easier. Processing logs is not unlocked. What is processing logs? Research. Oh, there it is. Processing logs. Iron plate and shaft. Mechanical saw recipe. Finish common paper. Examine a stone cutter. Okay, not too bad, but I think for common paper we actually do need better materials. So what did we unlock? Encased fan. Okay, what can I use you for? Oh, we have access to bulk blasting now. Okay, I looked through it trying to see if there's anything useful. There's really not, because you can't do like wood to charcoal. Really the most useful thing, you can't do ore into ingots either. So really one of the most useful things is turning flux into quicklime, because at least now I don't have to use a furnace for that, and this is free with lava. But other than that, there's really not much to be gained here. Now I think bulk haunting does unlock some useful stuff, like blackstone. You need blackstone to make a new hammer, but without soul sand, I can't actually do that either. And there's another in this pack and we just haven't gone, I'm not sure. Anyways though, to really make full use of any more create machines, we are going to have to delve into this part here, get the bronze boiler so we can actually start powering stuff, and work our way up to the mechanical crafter to get the crushing wheel so we can actually crush and hopefully get some stuff unlocked. Well, looking at all the research, it's going to take a lot of materials. Block of iron, cogwheels, basin, stone cutter. This one's the easiest actually, but I need more iron. Building logic. I haven't even seen nether quartz, nor have we gone to the nether yet. So I'm not sure how we do that. Watch the gauge. We'll need a compass. So I think I need to go mining some more just to get more stuff. Seems to be the only thing I can do right now, because we're kind of gated just by my lack of materials right now. Mostly being iron, and iron is going to be used for everything going forward, because taking a look. In order to make andesite casing, we need cast iron, so we're going to need tons and tons of iron to actually keep moving forward. Luckily though, now that we have access to the blast furnace, that should be a lot easier, and we can make iron ingots from raw pyrites and raw iron, so that does open up quite a lot of stuff, and then I have this iron piece of junk that I can break down as well, which is nice. But everything else is going to take a lot more work. But I would say, even though this episode has not gone on quite long enough, we accomplished quite a lot. And as always, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.